I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it, and I won't. Look at these San Francisco Giants. Look at their 40-32 record. Look at their 8-game win streak. Look at their old guys. Actually, look at their mid-range guys, and look at their young guys. Look at it. It feels like right now they just got a pipeline.
Look.
And it's spitting out talent. And one of them has a really appropriate last name. Can you imagine, Keaton, if your last name was Loss? That would stink, wouldn't it?
That would suck.
Yeah, Keaton Loss. That doesn't. I don't like it.
I think it's Keaton Save is the real name, right?
Exactly.
Thank you.
We'll ask regular questions too. Don't worry about it. Keaton Winn, one of the newest Giants, joins us here live. Willard and Dibs, 95.7 The Game. Keaton, thank you for doing it, and congratulations on this start, man.
Hey, thank you. No problem.
Yeah, take us through the feeling. Start with St. Louis, your major league debut. The story comes out you've never even been inside a major league ballpark in your entire life. Your whole family ends up there. You get a 4-inning save. Tell us what the whole thing felt like.
There really aren't words to describe what it felt like. It was super special to me. I'll never forget it. Just having my family there was huge too, being so close to home. So it was really cool to have everyone that wanted to come to the game be able to go to the game. It was just, I can feel my legs now, so that's a good thing. But I couldn't for a while there.
That must be crazy, though, growing up in Iowa and playing baseball your whole life and never having been to a major league park. What team did you grow up rooting for, and what led you to never having made the trek to go watch your favorite team?
So growing up, I kind of had a split family. Half my family cheered for the Cubs and half cheered for the Cardinals. So, it was bitter rivalry. But I don't know. We just never ended up making it out.
That's amazing. Both of those ballparks would have been great to visit, and it's just sort of, especially with the way, and I know you couldn't see it, I'm sure maybe you've looked at video, but it's really fun for the fans to watch the way your entire section was reacting in St. Louis. If you had you've got such baseball fans there. How did nobody ever go, hey, we're going to Wrigley Field for a trip or something like that?
I don't know. My parents, they worked year round to put food on the table and to raise me and my siblings. So we just never really had the opportunity to go.
So you get out there for your first appearance, your first presence in a major league ballpark, and you mentioned to us a couple of minutes ago that you're just now feeling your legs. How did you find the ability to control your adrenaline and not let your head go up and look around at the spacious nature of being in a major league park?
It was hard. Actually, I was told not to look up, but that was actually one of the first things I did, and I'm kind of glad I did because I got to take all that in. But I'm a guy who tries not to show a lot of emotion and tries to stay even-headed as I can, not get too up, too high, not get too low. So I just tried to, be like that on the mound.
One of the newest Giants, Keaton Winn, joining us here on Willard and Dibs, 95.7 The Game. All right, then take us to last night, your first ever Oracle Park game, and your first ever trip inside of a home clubhouse. What'd you think? Because some of us are thinking you might stay a while.
Yeah, it was great. It was so much fun, and that was a Monday crowd too, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this place on the weekends. It was an awesome experience.
So you get up there and, you get the ball and you start looking at the lineup you're going to face, and it's, future Hall of Famers and All-Stars here and there. Do you approach it when you get out on the bump in terms of just throwing your pitch, or do you have a chance to actually look at who you're facing, whether it's Soto or Machado or Tatis or the rest of them?
I looked pretty vaguely. Honestly, I just stuck to my plan and listened to Bailey. Whatever that guy says, I'm going to throw because we have that kind of relationship.
Keaton, can you take us through the whole journey of the week? Because people may not know, in between your two outings, you got sent back to AAA, and we know that that's part of it. How do those conversations go with the organization?
when they optioned me down, it was pretty much just because they needed the roster spot, and I had just thrown. So I understand that side of everything. And then once I got down there, I got the phone call that I was coming back up at like 2:30 in the morning. Didn't have my phone on, so I had to call my hotel phone. And so I got woken up to that, and hey, you're getting on a flight at 9:30 to go back up to the show. So it was a huge whirlwind of emotions.
I'm sure it's a lot for a kid from Ollie, Iowa, and I'm just looking at your hometown right now. Population 210. Is it now down to 209 with you being in the big club?
Yeah.
What was life like in Ollie, Iowa growing up? And I'm trying to do as much research as I can, and your baseball field was a cornfield until you hit 8th grade. And what was it like going from such a small town to now being in the show in a big city like San Francisco?
It's crazy. Like, I've never got to experience a huge city like this, or like St. Louis, or really anywhere else. So I'm learning as much as I can and just trying to ride with it, have some fun.
So, Keaton, here we go. After 4 innings last night, the Padres are up 3-0, and they're like, all right, kid, your ball, and see if you can just keep us in the game. You walk in, and you face Juan Soto, and bang. See you later. Oppo Taco. Right? Take us through that moment and how you settled in to then throw 5 full innings without giving up another run.
Yeah. So one of the scouting reports things that I read going in was that he would most likely take first pitch, and having not seen me ever, I was like, all right, I'll throw a fastball. And then sure enough, he ambushes a fastball. Other than that, I just stayed with Patty and just tried to stick to my game plan.
Oh, those scouting reports. I mean, of all the things to get beaten on, he's going to go ahead and take this first one, so I'm just going to, 96. Not that it's a cupcake, but let me just get one in here as I get comfortable. Bang, Oppo Taco. Do you change your approach when you come out of the pen versus when you know you're going to start? And what's that like for a young pitcher?
When I'm starting in AAA, yeah, I do a lot more research. But up here, like, coming out of the pen, you never know if they're going to make a substitution or anything. So I don't really do as much research. I just try and stick with my plan best I can.
Keaton Winn with us here on Willard and Dibs. 5 innings, allowing just that one Soto home run last night. Kept the Giants in the game, and they have a dramatic 7-4 walk-off win with the Yaz splash bomb. Keaton, you said Patty, which, some of the Giants fans are still getting to know who's behind the plate right now, and that's Patrick Bailey. How helpful is it to all of you young guys that when you get here, some of your minor league teammates are here right here with you?
Yeah, I've thrown with Patty for 2 years, so he knows my game plan probably better than I do. So just being able to have him behind the plate, and he's always been such a calming guy, like has that calming demeanor about him that I can fully go in and trust whatever he's calling is what I'm going to throw.
So you come out last night and you pitch great, and then you go to the bullpen after you're done throwing, and Camilo comes in, and you ultimately get the win on a walk-off. Where were you when Yaz had the hit leave the bat, and what was your personal celebration like after you saw that ball go in the water?
I mean, I was standing there on the rail with Strip, Wood, and Disco, and I was just, oh my gosh, it was so cool to see. And then, just the whole atmosphere. It was just unreal.
I mean, here you are, a week and a half ago, you've never played in the majors, and now you're with Strip and
Wood,
Disco. Like, I mean, you've got all the nicknames down already. Yeah, exactly. Are you pinching yourself right now still?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's what it sounds like. And you know what else I was thinking? Hey, was last night the first time you've ever even been to San Francisco?
So no, I came here for a strength camp where we did like a Golden Gate Bridge run and like a boardwalk run and a couple other things around the facilities.
So is this culture shock? A kid from Iowa?
I haven't been out too much, but I mean, I love the fan. Like just last night. Like I said, a Monday game. Like fans are all standing in their seats, paying attention to everything going on in the game. It was just really cool to see.
So you have a good sense now for this fan base, and I know you grew up in a Cub-Cardinal split household, but now you're a Giant, and you see last night in 35,000 and Strip, Wood, and Disco, and you all go out there and you shower Yastrzemski with water. What's this morning like with the adrenaline in terms of, like, what do you and the Giants do for an encore after what you've gone through in the last week or so?
I don't know, man. I guess just keep on chugging along, keep on winning.
Keaton, I saw that you said after having, and people may not know that you had Tommy John surgery years ago, that your fastball went from like 92, 93 up to touching 100. How the heck did that happen?
That's just from the Giants strength and training coaches and all, like Andy Lyon. He's here. Yeah, I think he's up here. Yeah, with the Major League Club doing some strength and training stuff. Just working with him every day, and then having access to like the medical side. And yeah, without them, I don't know where I would be.
That's an unbelievable story, and it helps, I think, explain to people why guys like you are a little bit less afraid of TJ surgery now than what it was like 10, 20 years ago. But Keaton, man, this has been awesome to have you. Before you go, we'd like to have some fun on the big finish if you're up for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, rock and roll, big finish, Keaton Winn. All right, here's how it works, Keaton. We have two categories. You pick one, and then we'll have a couple of questions from the category you pick. Our two categories are Tales of Iowa or All I Do Is Win, 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 no matter what.
Tales of Iowa.
Yeah.
Let me hear those.
Okay. well, you don't need to hear them. You're going to be the one telling us.
Come on now.
We're Tale of Iowa. Please tell us what it was like to watch Brock Purdy in college.
Oh, man. My wife went to Iowa State, so Brocktober is real. Loved watching him play in college.
Okay. You need to explain that. Brocktober.
Is it a fest?
Yeah. What?
Brocktober. The guy just would turn it on every October and just go unconscious.
Is there any chance he might do it in September this year just for fun?
Oh, I hope so.
Okay. Like, yeah, is there anything that 49er fans, like, can you tell those of us who've only watched him play 8 games something that we might not know?
I mean, the guy's a dog. He just goes out there and knows how to win.
I love it. Iowa pride right there from Brock Purdy. Question number 2, Tales of Iowa. I've never been to Iowa. Mark's never been to Iowa. What is it about Iowa that those of us who've never been there need to see and need to know about?
Oh, man. It's just a different life, I guess. It's the slow life. That's the way I'll put it. Youth back. That's the best way I can describe it. You get out of the city and it's just nothing, just peaceful.
Is there a stoplight in Ollie?
No, there's not.
No, there's not.
Maybe 6 stop signs.
Maybe
Man.
6 stop signs?
Optional stop signs, I'm sure, too, right?
Yeah, do you pay attention to them?
Yeah, I do.
All right. What's the best restaurant there?
We don't have a restaurant. No.
Okay. All right, There it is.
Probably the Wynn House.
Yeah. I hope you have a grocery store. Do you eat?
No, there's no grocery store in Ollie.
Okay. All right.
There's a town. There's a all right sized town. Probably 30 minutes from Ollie.
Okay, so you got to
and
drive.
Des Moines, like, what, an hour away, and Iowa City about the same?
Des Moines about 2 hours away. Iowa City's about an hour away. Yeah.
Okay, so you're driving a half hour to go grocery shop, and I imagine what? Did mom and dad maybe do that like once a week and just stock up?
Yep, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's wild. All right, last one for you, Keaton.
I mean, last one. I got about 12 more.
Well,
this is incredible.
He's got a ball game tonight.
Okay,
so,
that's fine.
Although you're probably scratched tonight, right? You're not pitching tonight, are you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good.
All right, we got time.
Have you have you ever been to Field of Dreams?
No, I don't believe I have been there.
That was quite a hesitation. You feel like maybe you were?
I've been by the area, but I've never stopped in there.
Okay. All right. And who knows? Now with that big league game playing out there. Maybe you'll play there someday. What would that be like?
That would be awesome. I don't know how it would go getting tickets for, my friends and family, but it'd be awesome.
The whole city, exactly. Well, Keaton, gosh, welcome to town, and congratulations, and thank you so much for doing this. It's great fun to get to know you a little bit.
No problem. Thanks for having me on, man.
All right.
Thank you, Keaton.
Keaton
This
Winn,
is my favorite.
who has found his
ever.
calling as a pitcher for the Giants because the Iowa Tourism Authority is not going to hire him. He's like, so, what about Iowa? He's like, yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.